So today we're going to find the slope of tangent line using limits. We have the formula here. Limit of f of x plus delta x minus f of x all over delta x as delta x approaches 0, and we have the given example. F of x is equal to 5x squared plus 5. So let's start by substituting the x plus delta x into the x squared of this function. So f of x is equal to the limit of 5 times x plus delta x quantity squared minus 5 minus the original function, which is 5x squared minus 5 all over delta x as delta x approaches 0. So we started by expanding the x plus delta x quantity squared. So it came out like this: x squared plus 2 delta x squared plus delta squared times x squared. So basically I just copied the others except here. As you can see, it became plus because I distributed the negative sign here to here. Negative times negative is positive. So it became plus 5. So next is I distributed the 5 into this equation. So it became 5x squared plus 10 delta x squared plus 5 delta squared x squared minus 5x squared minus plus 5 all over delta x. And then next is we combine the like terms. So this and this, it became 0 because 5 minus 5 is 0, and this to this 5x squared minus 5x squared is 0. So we're left with this. So yeah, now the limit of 10 delta x squared plus 5 delta squared x squared all over delta x as delta x approaches 0. So what I did next is factor out the equation. So ilabas natin yung delta x y because they both have delta x. So nasa labas na siya, and I copied the 5 delta x since binawasan natin to ng isang, and plus 10x since here ito lang natira sa kanya, x, kasi binawasan natin to, so inalis natin to. So all over delta x. So now we are left with We canceled this out. It became 1, and 1 times the number is the number itself. So we're left with 5 delta x plus 10x. So now we substitute the delta x into 0 since it approaches 0. So 5 times 0 is 0 plus 10x is 10x. So now the f of x is equal to the limit of 10x as delta x approaches to 0.